I feel like if you don't have discipline, bro, you're gonna end up in a lot of places you don't need to be.
Yeah.
And talking to people you don't need to be talking to, and doing things you don't need to be doing. I think when you have discipline, bro, when you have faith and you believe, you find out what you're doing is your gift. When you find out what you're supposed to be doing, bro, you feel like you get a lot of drive, you get a lot of peace, you get a lot of direction, you get clarity. You know what I'm saying? And that's a discipline you need to have when nobody's looking.
It's kind of like integrity almost.
Yes,
right?
exactly, bro. You gotta have the discipline and integrity and the drive to be who you want to be, bro. And you gotta cut off the negativity, those bad thoughts, those people who are negative, bro. They will always be around, but you gotta fight that off. I fight it off every morning, and I think every entrepreneur does.
Oh, 100%.
What's for you is for you, bro.
Facts.
It's gonna come. I just don't think they can stop it. You hurt yourself trying to stop somebody else's blessing, being negative. You hurt yourself and you set yourself back. You know what I mean? So I do my best not to do that. I just try to stay focused and worry about what I gotta do, you know? The decisions that I make moving forward it has to create more time, not take away time.
Man.
That's hard to do because you can make a good business move, but you didn't understand that business move is gonna take more time away from you, from your family. You might get the money, but you won't have the time.
Man, that's big.
You know, the things that I'm trying to do now is stuff that I've been planning on for years, bro. And I feel it like at the tip of my hand right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can grasp it, I can see it, I can envision it. Like everything is there. Now it just needs to happen.
Do you feel like you're doing enough?
I think what I have is
fully connected. Hey, real quick, guys, before we get started with the episode, I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video. I've realized the majority of people who watch this podcast haven't yet subscribed to the podcast. So take that time right now to hit that subscribe button and to smash that like button. I really appreciate the support. Now let's get back to the episode. Yeah. Welcome back to the Fully Connected Podcast, your go-to destination for inspirational conversations to help you become your greatest version. I am your host, Chris Jones, licensed therapist and owner of Fully Connected Counseling. Today we got special guest, man. He is a barber and an entrepreneur. He is the founder and the owner of Prime Time Barbershop. Prime Time Barbershop is a high-quality men's grooming service, right here in Wichita. 2 locations, north and east side, right? So make sure you guys go check it out. Our guest today is also a podcast host as well. He has a podcast called After Hours, right? Super dope, where they talk about business, life, entrepreneurship, and pretty much pursuing your dreams, right? So without further ado, please welcome Nelson Tovar.
that was good, brother.
Was
good. That was you ain't gonna have to edit that. That's good,
bro. One take, bro.
That was good take.
Definitely, man. Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Tovar, yeah.
Tovar, all right, cool. I wanted to make sure, bro.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, man.
Definitely, man. So how are you feeling today, man?
I'm good, brother. I feel good. I'm glad that I'm on the other side of the mic this time. That I don't have all the pressure of like the questions, you know.
Man,
so
for
I
sure.
feel good.
Definitely. Is this your first interview?
This is my first one, bro.
Oh,
usually
word.
it's just me. Yeah,
Dang.
usually it's me doing everybody else's podcast.
Man, that's what's up, bro.
So it feels good to be on the other side.
Definitely, man. We definitely have some similar stories because I know you started the podcast because you wanted to get out of your comfort zone as well, bro. How's it been so far?
I mean, the podcast has been fun, bro. I've learned a lot. You know, I feel like every episode so far I've learned something about entrepreneurship, the struggle, and it's been easy for me to like, how can I say it? It's been easy for me to just keep doing it just because I enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of work, man, you've been cutting hair for over like 13 years, right?
Yeah, man, I graduated barber college in 2012. And ever since then, I've been chopping, you know. We're in 2025 and I didn't even add up the years, bro. I lost count, you know. I think I'm like at 12 years professionally, 12 to 13 years professionally. But I've been owning Prime Time for 9 years.
Damn.
And so February of next year will be my 10th year owning the shops.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So did you start the north location first and then you did the east?
Yep, the north location first, man. That one was like my risk taker. That's whenever I first, like, at the time when I opened up that Prime Time, barbershops weren't like what it is now. You know, it's popping, it's a trend. Back then it
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah,
We were
right,
kind of
right.
we weren't looked down on, but we weren't like as high as cosmetology was. You know what I'm saying? We were like the barbers, the rugged, you know, like
Right,
real,
right.
yeah, you know, when you come in the shop, it was different back in the day. So
Right.
I would like to say that I'm like at that time I was a newer generation of barbers coming up in Wichita.
Absolutely, man.
And so that's what the North Shop was. Yeah, we got a lot of good quality barbers, bro. A lot of them don't come like that. A lot of them was like was through coaching, telling them what they were doing wrong. Not necessarily from the haircut standpoint, but more from like the mentoring, coaching, owner standpoint.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
a lot of them I didn't really have to teach how to cut. Some of them I already knew, but for the most part, I was just always there from like the business standpoint.
That's crazy,
You
man.
know?
That's super dope, bro. So I remember I was researching, bro. You say when you started Prime Time Barbershop, man, you were a single father, 2 kids, only $500 in your pocket, man. How did you make it through?
Yeah, so at the time I was still with my kid's mom.
Okay.
But like after 1 year, I think that's when we separated.
Yeah.
So like after that first year of entrepreneurship, bro, and the second year of entrepreneurship, man, I was just, after we split up, bro, I was just grinding. You know,
Man,
it was
facts.
grinding, but it was a time where I had to like really reevaluate how I was running business and how I was doing all my stuff, you know.
No,
But it was
facts.
cool though, man. I think the beginning points of Prime Time, when it was just like me trying to figure everything out when it came to like balancing lifestyle and business, was tough because like I didn't really have any coaching. You know, there wasn't really somebody I could go ask. Like I didn't have a mentor. I was just kind of honestly learning through mistakes.
Man.
Just to be very transparent, it was the
Facts.
mistakes. But like looking back at it, bro, I feel like that was the best and fastest way for me to learn.
Man, just going out there getting it, man.
Yeah, bro, just learning through mistakes. I think
Learn,
because like when you learn through mistakes, bro, you ain't gonna do it again if you're smart. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I was doing my
Exactly.
best to like, man, I made a mistake here. I didn't handle the situation right. This time, I'm gonna do my best not to do it again the next
Man.
time.
I remember I heard a quote. I'm trying to remember who said it, but it said failure is just data.
Yep.
I think it was Napoleon Hill. He said
For real?
failure is just data. I was like, dang.
Yeah, I just started a book from Napoleon Hill. I've been
for
listening
real?
to it.
Which
It's
one?
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
just
Napoleon Hill
literally-
is cold, man.
Yeah, bro. I just started listening to his book
That's crazy.
literally a week ago. Literally, I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
from a entrepreneur standpoint, bro. We have to learn and understand that knowledge is key, and there comes points where you really have to go out and find it. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll just pick a book based off of where I'm at in my entrepreneurship, bro. Like the reason why I picked that book up was because I had started listening to some of the stuff he was saying on YouTube. I never knew who Napoleon Hill was, so I researched his books, and Think and Grow Rich popped up, and I was like, man, I need to tap in because the stuff he's telling me on YouTube is resonating with me right now. So I need to go
Absolutely.
ahead and take advantage of it and listen right now, because who knows, man? And so far I've been taking away some stuff for real.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think I enjoy entrepreneurship for sure.
Yeah, bro. Because so Think and Grow Rich, right? What are some of the things you're learning from the book so far?
I think what I learned so far from the book was that he talks at the beginning. He talks about faith and desire, like how important faith is when you're on your entrepreneurial journey. Because if you don't have faith, you're not gonna last. If you don't believe in the vision, then you're not gonna last.
Man.
And I think that's one thing that I was doing throughout my whole primetime career, was having faith and not really having too much direction at the time, because I didn't really know what I was doing. You know, I just, like I said, I started picking this up recently whenever I started reading books.
Man, that's dope.
And that's when it kind of, boom, opened up my mind.
So was it the Kobe Bryant book? The Atomic Habits? I know you be reading. I remember you talked about it on the
Relentless.
show.
I think Relentless was one that resonated with me, and Ivan passed me that book.
Yeah, bro.
The Way of Superior Man was something that resonated with me. You know, wasn't too much entrepreneurial, but it was more so like staying on my path.
Yeah. Have you ever read the 4 Agreements?
The 4 Agreements?
Yeah, man.
No,
Good
about who?
stuff. Don Miguel Ruiz.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's fire.
What is it about?
Man, so one of the 4 agreements is one of my favorite is don't take anything personal. Don't make assumptions. Be impeccable with your word. And man, what is that second one? It's like kind of like always do your best or something like that. It's worded it different, but don't take anything personal. Because, you know, working with customers, man, like you're going to get people who say certain things or leave a certain kind of review, but it's just like it's not personal. They had something going on prior to coming into the shop.
Yeah, and that's a fact, bro. I think taking, man, that's one thing you have to learn, bro. I think one thing that I've been good at is staying quiet. You know, sometimes like we think that somebody might say something to us, bro, and if we take it personal, we're just going to act off emotions, and next thing you know, you're saying the wrong thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And
it's bad for business, man.
Yeah, bro, and you're showing a side of you don't want to show. You know, we all have that side, but we have to tame it. You know what I'm saying? We have to control it. And that's what I've learned. What he said is facts.
I remember when I was listening to the show, Ivan said you pulled up with your kids listening to David Goggins. I know my girl, she'd be on my head, like, because I'll be listening to David Goggins, like, man, I got to crank out just like 50 push-ups for no reason.
No, for real, bro. Yeah. That point in my life when I was listening to David Goggins, like what Ivan was brought up was, I mean, it's true, bro. At that point in my life, that's when I was still single. Tiffany was still living in Dallas. You know, we weren't together. It was just me and my kids, you know. Yep. And at that time, I was pulling up because I remember like it was yesterday, bro. My air compressor had broke at the North shop, and I had just picked up my kids from school, and my other son had practice. My oldest son had practice, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to fix this before I dip out to take him to practice. And we were just listening to David Goggins, and honestly, things like that was giving me the juice to keep going.
Oh, yeah, man.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it exactly.
Like, maybe I might pop it in right now, and it might not resonate with me like it did then, but at that time, that's what I needed.
Yeah, what you think about David Goggins? Because, you know, he has a similar story, you know, like just dealing with his father, and I know you dealt with your dad, too. So it's just like, do you resonate with that? Like, just
to a certain point, just because, like, I grew up, my dad went to jail when I was 11. Okay. And he got out when I was 21, and then he got deported. Okay. But luckily, man, like, growing up with my dad, you know, he wasn't, you know, he did drink a little bit. He was an alcoholic or whatever, but I didn't grow up too domestic like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did grow up in the hood a little bit. You know, we struggled for money here and there, but it wasn't as bad as him. But the thing that I took away from him was his mindset. You know what I mean? Yeah. The mindset of, like, just going, bro. Not stopping. Man, and to this day, like, it's like that. Man, you know what I mean?
Man, sometimes it's hard to turn it off, because do you ever see it, like, affecting, like, just, like, your relationships? Because I know even for myself, like, it's like you constantly, or at least for me, I can be in work mode. Yeah. And then it's just kind of like, all right, I got to turn it off.
Yeah, it's tough for me, bro. It's tough for me. Yeah. But luckily, man, I have Tiffany, and she'll tell me, me, like, yo, get off the phone. Or like, or quit doing this or quit doing that when she's around. And I have to do it to her too. She's a business owner too, man. Yeah. And I have to do it to her, so we check each other, you know. But before her, bro, before she came in the picture, like, I didn't, you know, it might just be me and my kids. And I remember, like, it'll just be us at the apartment, and like I might be, you know, going through some shit at the shop, or just busy, you know. Yeah. And my kids would be like, Dad, come grab me. Dad, hey, can we go outside? Or hey, no, not right now. Go play in your room or go do something. And immediately, like 5 minutes after that, I would feel bad because something inside of me would tell me I'm not handling it correctly. And luckily, I have that. Luckily, my spirit can tell me that. Fact. So I'd be like, man, I have to force myself to put the phone down or to go do whatever and just try to clock out and go outside and play football. Exactly. Go outside and play soccer, or just go do something with them. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what we're doing it for.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I had to learn that. And now it's a little easier to do that now because I've had so much experience and practice with it. It's a little easier to do that, but I still have my days, you know, where I have to.
I'm surprised you'll even be able to come here on a Saturday, because I'm thinking like, yo, we might have to do a Sunday episode because, I mean, that's prime time literally for haircuts, but I'm guessing you took it off for family or something. Right?
Nah, bro. So I just recently started taking Saturdays off.
Okay,
so
just for yourself.
Yeah, I don't cut Saturdays no more. I mean, so my schedule was so crazy, bro. I had to explain this to my managers. Like, I really needed them to understand that the only reason why I wasn't cutting Saturdays at the time when I started taking them off was because my kids had wrestling. They either had football or soccer. And throughout my week schedule, I only get my kids every other week. I was like, damn, I need a benefit. I need to give them the attention they need now that I can. Because back then, I did have to sacrifice some games. I did have to sacrifice some stuff, because I couldn't make it.
Right.
But now they're a little older now and they need me more. So I'm like, damn, I need to be there. So I started cutting out my Saturdays to spend with them, to dedicate to my kids. Today there was no games. Remember, I think I texted you. I was like, bro, I gotta make sure we ain't got no games going on. Right. There was no games. On the days I don't have any games, I do spend my time at the shop bouncing back and forth, helping out my barbers or just keeping an eye on things. And Saturdays, I answer the phone for the shop. Okay. I make sure I delegate the clients to each barber, whoever has openings. So like it's just on the back end now. It's different.
It's dope, man. It's crazy because I remember when I was working at Dynamic Counseling, I was working with Delvon. We were trying to start a private practice together, and we were looking at different property, and we were looking at the Prime Time location. I remember
which one?
The east one.
Okay, yeah.
The east one right there on Kellogg, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I don't know. But I was like, this would be a dope barbershop.
Yeah, you said that?
Yes, bro.
Before
it was nothing crazy in there, bro. I was like, this would be like fire. I was like, look at this location. Yeah. I was like, for therapy, I was like, man, it might, maybe be a little too noisy. But I was like, this is gonna be a dope spot for somebody, bro. And then even with Coffee Days, like you found that location, bro. Like that's a perfect location for Tiffany, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
And you found it. You said it was a rug store.
It was a rug store, bro. Yeah. I was driving. My kids went to College Hill, and that's around the corner from there.
Yep.
College Hill Elementary, and we were doing long distance. We had already been talking about the coffee shop, but I was just driving back and forth trying to figure something out. Like my aunt, bro. When I get it's a gift and a curse because sometimes like. I'll get a good idea, bro.
You get fixated on it.
And I'll obsess about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I got to figure out how to do it. Like, this would be a good spot. This would be this spot. Like, the ceilings, like, this shit's dope. I obsess about it. And so I remember driving by that spot, parking my truck outside, and just staring at it. I would FaceTime Tiffany while she was at work. That's and I'd be crazy, like, look, man, I'm just staring. Like, this spot's it. Like, I can feel it. Like, I know. And she probably thought I was crazy, but yeah, man, I did subconsciously, bro. I did what all my books say to do. I didn't know at the time, but I just took action. I just took action on what I thought was right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
and I just believed my gut, and I made the decision, bro. So when she was coming to visit me, I was like, yo, let's check out these shops. I set up with my realtor. We set up like 3 or 4 locations to look at, and pulled the trigger. She pulled the trigger on that one. A lot of people think I own Coffee Days. I don't own Coffee Days. I was just someone who found the right person in the right spot, and I pushed her to fucking do it.
Man, you were the one behind it.
I was just the one telling her, like, babe, do it. Come on, move down here. Let's make it happen. You can do it.
That's real, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I pushed her, and now she's in there, bro, and she handles all that. I just help her hang up some shelves and put boxes up,
Man. Let's say there's somebody listening right now who wants to be able to start their own, like, entrepreneurship journey. Like, what do they need to do as far as, like, taking that risk, taking that leap?
There's this guy that I've been working out with. We started working out with my boy Junior. Okay. And we have a group class on Friday, and he's been going there, and he does videography. I don't really know. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he messaged me, or he actually came up to me. He was like, hey, bro, can we have lunch? So I just need some help with, like, entrepreneurship or, like, any advice that you may have on how to begin and how to start. And so I had already been thinking about this question. You know what I'm saying? So it's, like, perfect that you asked it, And what I was going to sit down and ask him is, like, what do you love to do? Like, what do you enjoy?
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? I was literally going to ask him that.
Just very simple.
Very simple, because it's very important that you love what you do, because if not, you won't last. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna get you're gonna get tested
Facts.
to the core, bro. To the core, bro. Man. It's gonna test you like very, very hard, bro. It's gonna test you. And if you don't love what you do, you will give it up. But if you love what you do, you will continue to do it no matter what.
Man, that's so real.
So that's what I was gonna ask them, you know. So like if they're listening, and you really have to think about, man, do I love what I do? And if you do love what you do and you want to do it, then you have to figure out a way how to do it.
You got to, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like they'll be like, man, but like, how do I start? How do I this? Figure it out.
You just gotta take action.
When you gotta take action. When you really want something, you will make the phone call. You will read the book. You will do the research. You will figure out how to do it.
No,
you get what I'm saying? And so like that's why I tell everybody, like, we can't, when I say we, is like I have other homies that I call for advice, but like even their advice sometimes isn't what I needed. You get what I'm saying? It's stuff that I need to go figure out for myself in my own way. Wow. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's the truth, because like they're giving me great advice, but it's opinionated. You get what I'm saying? So I need to set my own, I need to take what they said and take what I can from it and put something together for myself.
So really what you're saying is sometimes it may not be a good idea to get everybody's opinion.
Nah, because it's going to divert you from what you originally wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to divert you. It's okay to ask questions and it's okay, but it will divert you from it will divert you from where you want to be at. And next thing you know, you become a person who depends on what this person has to say, what this person might think. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, man.
Or what your market, like, because we all have a target market. You know what I mean? Or what you think they might want. You know what I'm saying? When really it's like what you can provide. Man, you know what I'm saying? So like you have to figure out what you can provide. Because
I think too, like too many people try to get everybody's opinion, and you have to really listen to your own intuition.
No, 100%. And your intuition will tell you. And I think sometimes what people need to understand is that we really try to ignore it. We try hard to like, because we might be like, man, I need to be in this spot.
Yeah.
I need to be in this spot. I need to do this. But your intuition might be telling you right then and there, like, bro, like this ain't for you. You ain't ready. You haven't done what you're supposed to do yet before you get to this spot. But you ignore that and then you jump into the spot. And next thing you know, you fail.
Damn.
Because you ignored what your body was already telling you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's just, and it's hard though. It's hard. You know, it's hard. There's so many times like in the past couple weeks, bro, where I thought something was supposed to happen and it didn't. You know what I'm saying? And in the back of my mind, I had to really think about like, why not yet? You know? And that's when I started reading the book.
Which book was that?
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah. Okay. Napoleon.
Yeah. That's whenever desire and faith came in. I have the desire for the things that I want to achieve in the future.
Right.
Now I just need to have the faith.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, bro. Believing in stuff that you can't see.
Exactly. So now I've done it multiple times. I just got to do it again. It's weird because the more things you achieve, the less patience you have.
So it's almost, so hold up. So the more, say that one more time.
The more things you achieve, the less patience you will have. The reason why I think that is because you've achieved stuff, right? It doesn't need to be entrepreneurial. It doesn't need to be anything, just achievements in general.
Yeah.
I've noticed that sometimes we achieve things and we get used to the achievement process, you know? And sometimes we start losing patience on like the bigger goals we have. Yeah. Because we're like, we achieve these smaller things that when we want to achieve something bigger and it's harder to attain, we become impatient because we've achieved those small things already. Damn. You know, that's happened to me. And I have to remember that the bigger things, the bigger dreams, it takes time. Dang. It takes time. So I had to be patient, you know.
Do you feel like you're doing enough?
Of what?
Of just like, do you feel like this is enough? Like as far as the business, do you feel like fulfilled?
I'm fulfilled for sure. I'm grateful. I mean? I'm thankful. I try my hardest to be as humble as possible.
It seems like you still have this hunger, this drive to like
bro,
open up another location or like something. You know what I mean?
I think what I have is I don't think it's not that I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that I know what I'm capable of.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
I know what I'm capable of, bro, and I just gotta stay the course. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As much as I think what happens is in society, bro, we, including myself, we think we need to attain something big fast. You know what I'm saying? When going back to the book that I've been reading, nobody attained nothing crazy or nothing super crazy until 40s to 50s.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when a man reaches his financial peak.
Exactly. So like the things that I'm trying to do now is stuff that I've been planning on for years, bro. And I feel it like at the tip of my hand right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can grasp it, I can see it, I can envision it. Like everything is there. Now it just needs to happen. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I remember too, I don't know if it was Napoleon Hill, but it was somebody too that said, be careful of like, you know, sharing like your goals with everybody or even like saying it out in existence, because then you kind of get a dopamine hit. Your mind now thinks it's already existed. But like, it was interesting. I never heard anything like that, but it was on the lines of just like keeping like your goals to yourself. I don't know if you feel like that.
I mean, shit, I might need to do that. But,
you know, because I'll be like telling everybody like, all right, this is what I want to do
no,
next.
I tell everybody, bro. And I've learned from experience,
Yeah.
I just don't think it affects you. Why? It's because what's for you is for you, bro.
Facts.
And no matter who you tell, when you tell it, it's going to come.
Some people just haters, though.
Some people, it's fine. I just don't think they can stop it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they can stop it, bro. No matter what they do, even for me, bro, I can't stop nobody's shine. I can't stop somebody's blessing. I can't, and I'll never try it. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it hurts you hurt yourself trying to stop somebody else's blessing, being negative. You hurt yourself and you set yourself back. You know what I mean? So I do my best not to do that. You know what I mean? I just try to stay focused and worry about what I got to do.
Very optimistic, man. Very like just straightforward, go-getter. You don't really have any kind of negativity in your bone at all.
It's always in my mind, bro. It's always in my mind. You know what I mean? But you got to fight that shit off.
Man,
I tell it to everybody,
that's when the
bro.
David Goggins comes in.
Yeah, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, we really, really have to fight it off, man. Because the negativity, the negativity, those bad thoughts, those people who are negative, bro, they will always be around. And
always.
And there's nothing you can do about that, bro. But I do my best to try to fight that shit off, bro, because it just holds me back. Man, you know what I mean? Seriously, I fight it every morning. Negative thoughts, all that, bro. I fight it off every morning, and I think every entrepreneur does.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
like sometimes having the thoughts like, man, let me just stop all this. Like I'm about to just say, forget it. You know what I mean? Like, but no, you're right, bro. Like those thoughts happen, man. Because I remember hearing too, like how like you said, COVID affected you, and like. You know, I kind of had survivor's guilt a little bit because I started my business right like April 6, 2020, like right in the pandemic. And like, you know, I did well, you know, but I felt bad at the same time for people because I know some people were struggling. But I had the blessing to be able to do my sessions via telehealth. So nobody had to worry about going in person. So it worked out. But how did COVID throw you off, man? Like, because how does that work for like barbershops?
I mean, I think financially and everything, bro, COVID didn't throw me off in that way.
Yeah.
I think what it threw me off of was I stopped cutting. You know, I just stopped cutting for like, was it 2.5 months, 3 months? I didn't cut one head, you know, I was just cutting myself. I might have cut 1 or 2 heads throughout that period. But whenever, it was mainly just a cutting head part, you know what I mean? Because like from the health standpoint, I was good. I was running. I enjoyed COVID. It was cool not
having to worry about
having to work too much or have to worry about this going wrong or this and that. You know, I enjoyed it for the most part. The thing that threw me off was when I came back to cut, my cuts weren't the same. I could just tell. I'm like, damn. But eventually they got back to where I wanted them. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But it did affect me, and I just felt like it slowed me down. I went into 2020 opening the East location. January 2020 is when I opened up the East location.
Okay, yeah, so you opened it up right then.
Right during COVID, right before COVID. And I came in with so much momentum, so much hunger, so much drive, so much everything. And then I went 3 months without nothing. So when I came back, I just had to pick up where try to pick up where I left off. And that was difficult.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So being able to be resilient, man.
Yeah. So that whole year, I would say, would be just trying to pick up where I left off when like my creativity, my mindset, where I was right before.
Yeah,
you know
because or else you can get lackadaisical.
Yes.
Like that's the word.
Yes.
I remember you said that word. Right? Yeah, tell everybody what that means, man. Because some, you know,
when you lacking, you know what I'm saying? When you lacking, bro, you get lazy, man. Bro. It's a true word, and I try not to get like that.
We gonna name the title like "Don't be lackadaisical."
Don't be lackadaisical, man. You don't want to be that. You know,
no,
it sucks.
Absolutely not, man.
You know,
absolutely
I've been there.
not.
We don't want to be there.
It's tough, man. Because I think at the same time, like I think it might have been in Atomic Habits. It said. Or it might have been James Clear, like he was like on an interview. I think it was London Real podcast, and he said something about like a lot of people stop pursuing their goals because they get bored at it. You know what I mean? And so some people, they just boredom, that can be a hard thing for a lot of people, or even like athletes. But if you can be able to still, like you said, have fun doing all the like the little technical parts or little small parts, you still have to be able to have fun and enjoy.
No, yes.
You know what I mean? The process.
100%.
Or you're gonna be done.
100%, 100%, bro. And you just gotta be ready to evolve. You gotta be ready to evolve. I think that's what I've learned. I wish I would have learned that a little earlier. You know, who knows where I would have been, but like, I'm still young, bro. I'm only 32.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? With 2 kids, and it's just like, I think I'm thankful, bro. I'm grateful.
Yeah,
I think about it all the time. You know, I'm in a great position. And I don't take it for granted whatsoever. You know, my barbers, luckily they can confide in me with things in life in general, you know, outside of barbering. And
it's good, man.
Luckily, the things that I've been through in my life, I'm able to kick back something good for them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's just being a conversation, a talk, lunch, dinner, whatever. So I wouldn't change anything.
That's super dope, man. I know, like maybe like because you were 18 when you had your first kid?
I was 19.
You was 19?
19, bro.
So at 19, like what was that time like back then? Did you even realize you would be at this level when you were 19?
Nah, bro. I tell everybody, bro. I was from 19 to like 23, 25 around there.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, bro. I was my barber Diego laughs at it because I tell him all the time, like I would say unconscious. I would say I was unconscious. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Just going through the motion.
Yeah, I didn't really have too much. Who knows? Maybe I did, but I don't remember it. I was just grinding, bro. I was grinding. And like looking back at some of the, you know, Facebook pops up some messages, you know, like some statuses you post back in the day, you know? And like, I'm like, damn, I said that? You know what I mean? Like, I was unconscious as hell, bro, what I was doing. But there was always a little bit of motivation I was throwing out there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, yeah.
It was always a little motivation that was out there. So I was like, okay, I've always been the person who I am. It was just at that time, it was just like a turtle. Like turtles be inside. You know, it's until like 25. That's when I started walking.
An eagle walking, you know, but eventually you're gonna start flying.
Yep.
You know, so back that time you were just walking.
Yeah, I was just walking, bro. I felt like I was making the right decisions and being smart and stuff, but at the same time, I was young, bro. I was a kid. I think it was what a kid's supposed to be, you know?
Right.
I just felt like I had making mistakes, just doing the wrong thing. Unconscious is what I call it. You know what I'm saying?
Was there anybody in particular like that helped like mold you to get to where you are now? Like, you know, whether it be family or even like friends or, you know, relationships, friendships.
Man, I would say God.
God, yeah. That's the best relationship.
25 when I was 25, that's when I feel like I woke up, like grabbed me and shook me up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and I just woke up and I just started grinding differently.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, it's just things changed and I've changed, and he's the one that I talk to the most, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most of all.
What would you say to people out listening who are like non-believers? You know what I mean? They don't, well, obviously we're not trying to, no, make anybody believe they can believe what they want, but like maybe there's somebody who wants to believe they're struggling. Like maybe you might have been at one point, right?
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
That you don't want to wait for something tragic or bad to happen for you to start believing. You know what I'm saying? But usually that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
It's the truth, bro. It's usually how it goes. And I can tell them everything, you know, but they ain't gonna believe it until something happens to them. You get what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
And I'm not saying it can be something good that happens to them. You know, it doesn't necessarily need to be something bad, you know. But at the end of the day, at one point, you're gonna have to learn to be thankful for something. You know, believe in something.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just you. You know, that's what I had to believe. You know, it's not just me out here. Like I've learned not to believe in coincidences. I've learned that things happen for a reason, and that the people we meet and the conversations we have happen for a reason, and the people we become happen for a reason. I just don't think it's just God did that, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like I don't think it's just me doing it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
100%.
And sometimes people say the universe is cool. Say the universe, you know. At the end of the day, if the universe is your God, bro, you believe in something, you know, it's God.
right. Universe, nature, something, right? Something higher than you.
Yeah, I just don't believe in the crystals.
Yeah, right. I think they look nice.
Yeah,
hey, I went through a phase, I ain't gonna lie, when I was kind of going through that new age stuff, but like doing like therapy, I see a lot of people who are like dependent on like things outside of themselves that don't really, you know, may not benefit them like that. You know what I mean? So there's a word in psychology called spiritual bypassing.
What's that mean?
So pretty much you using like spiritual means or maybe even religion to bypass something to avoid really the realization of what it is.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a real thing. So people, you know, you can just Google it, spiritual bypassing. It's going to tell you like, and you see it. And sometimes, you know, religious folks do it too. So you got to be careful realizing like, man, sometimes you just got to take accountability and realize like, this is what you got to do. You know, because God didn't give you hands and a mouth and these things. Like he wants to see you put all that in action. So you can't just pray all day long. He wants to see you get up and go.
I think, you're right about that. And one of the podcasts I brought up, what I've learned in church, you know, I grew up in the church. My mom was like real heavy in the church, and I'm Catholic, but I think everybody has a don. It's called a don, and that means like a gift.
Can you spell it?
D-O-N.
Okay.
You know, and I think everybody has a gift. And the only way to receive that gift that we have inside is, this is just my opinion, is through discipline and doing the right thing. You'll figure out who you are and what you're here for you to do. I feel like if you don't have discipline, bro, you're going to end up in a lot of places you don't need to be. Man. And talking to people you don't need to be talking to, and doing things you don't need to be doing if you don't have discipline. So I think when you have discipline, bro, when you have faith and you believe, you find out what you're doing is your gift, you know, and what you're here for, what you're here to be doing. You know what I'm saying? When you find out what you're supposed to be doing, bro, I feel like you get a lot of drive, you get a lot of peace, you get a lot of direction, you get clarity. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And I believe that.
I haven't heard that word before, don.
Don.
And what does it mean?
Gift. Like
gift,
a gift.
Just means give.
Yeah, it means like a gift that God gave you, like a gift.
Is that in Spanish?
It's in Spanish.
It's Spanish. Don. I like that, man.
Don.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
That's real, though, man, because discipline all day is going to be able to eat motivation every day.
100%.
We got to be disciplined because you can be motivated from a podcast, motivated from a book, but if you don't have that discipline,
you ain't gonna do nothing.
Nothing, man.
Nah, bro, and I learned that the hard way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I've always been pretty disciplined, but not like I've honestly been really pretty disciplined. But like, there's another level of discipline you need.
Oh man,
I don't know if you understand that, but I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
There's another level of discipline, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a discipline you need to have when nobody's looking. You get what I'm saying? And who knows what that may be for you? You know what I mean? But I think we all know.
It's kind of like integrity almost.
Yes,
right?
exactly, bro.
Yep.
You gotta have the discipline and integrity to and the drive to be who you want to be, bro. And you gotta cut shit off.
Man, that's a big thing right there. Being able to cut people off, things off. Let's talk about that. Like, what are some things you had to, because I mean, for you to fly high, you have to be light.
Yeah.
So that means you can't travel with all this extra baggage and all these extra people who are not helping you elevate. So like, how did you cut off people or things to get to where you are now with 2 locations, a fiance, just all the successes, man?
I mean, everything is kind of tough, especially when you build habits of bad habits. But I think the way I did it, man, was really just separation. When I really look back at it, whether it was like friends that I maybe didn't need to be around at the time, or smoking, like drinking, the thing that I did, bro, I just quit going out. You know, I lock myself in my house on the weekends, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Whenever I was single, bro, and you know, me and my kid's mom, we figured out a week to week plan. That was a tough transition for me because I was used to having the kids. So the weeks that I didn't have my kids, I went through my little phase where I didn't know what the hell to do without them. And that's when I started going here, going there, hanging out with this person, doing this, drinking this, smoking that, blah, 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 blah. And I quickly learned by how I felt in the morning, this ain't what I need to be doing. You get what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
Quickly take my ass right to church and like try to figure out what the hell was going on. You know what I mean? So as time went on, I figured out like, damn, I can't be hanging out with them. Damn, I can't really be in the clubs or smoking like that or drinking, because then it just takes away my peace throughout the whole week.
Man, facts.
And so over time, the peace became more valuable. You know what I'm saying? And you can ask Tiffany, bro. It's hard to get me to go anywhere on the weekends, bro. Like, cause I want to wake up, hit the gym in the morning Sunday.
Okay.
I want to go hit the gym. I want to go to church. I want to get shit done Sundays. I value my Sundays. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to get anything done, bro, when I do anything that's out the ordinary.
Man, that's real.
But I had to learn to sacrifice it sometimes, bro, because, you know.
So you had to let go of the drinking and the club life?
Yeah, that. But I think over time, like, I became a little bit, I can do it without it affecting me as much now, because it's not that hard no more.
But yeah, man, you value your Sundays, man.
Yeah, I mean, shit, bro, I did go to industry and all them spots, you know, like I'm regular. I was just like, I'm literally just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
this before COVID?
Yeah, before COVID, before all that, you know, I was just like everybody else, bro. Like, and I still don't even hate on people for doing that, because you gotta do what you gotta go through what you gotta go through to get where you want to get.
Yeah.
And I told one of my homies, like, bro, go do that. Get that shit out your system.
Right. You gotta get.
You get what I'm saying? Like, go do it. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to, because if you feel like you want to go do that, bro, go knock it out, and then holler at me tomorrow and see how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's just, I mean, I'm a barber, bro, and I've dealt with so many men, young men, and I've noticed that, like, it's something we go through. It's something you got to do. You got to let the motherfucking animal out sometimes, you know?
No, for sure.
So it's cool. Go handle that. Go figure it out. But it's cool, man. It was fun.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. But I mean, that's like you said, like when you're younger.
Yeah.
Now you're getting older, getting into your 30s. It's like, man, now your body is speaking to you.
Yeah, I'm so different now, bro. I sometimes, like, bringing up conversations like this, thinking about the shit I was doing back in the day.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes I can't believe it. You know, I'm just like, damn. You know.
Definitely. So how did you meet Tiffany? Because is she originally from Dallas?
Yeah, no, she's from Wichita, bro.
Okay, she's from Wichita.
She's from Wichita. We've always had mutual friends.
Okay,
you know?
yeah, that's what's up.
Mutual friends, and one time I shot my shot. You know, just on some food on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
she was in Dallas. Yeah.
Okay.
But it worked out, bro. We became friends. We were friends for a while, and
that's good.
And
man.
then after like a year and a half, and then we finally decided, like, man, let's try this for real. So we did another year of long distance. And then she came over here.
Man, that long distance, man. How do you make it through the long distance? Because I struggled with that. I remember dating somebody long distance. It didn't work.
Yeah. It was cool for me at the time, bro. It was just timing, bro. I believe in timing. I believe in timing. And I think it was good that she was over there and I was over here.
Yep.
Because I was on fucking grind mode at the time. And I was locked in. And I was like, all right, it's cool. Like, I like coming home and just talking on the phone and nothing to distract me and going to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like, texting, having conversations when I want to, without having to go out my way to go do something at the time. It just wasn't a distraction. And that's what I liked about it. And then finally, when we made the decision for her to come over here, it was cool too. But it was just like, it was the time.
Man, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Because so it's going on, because y'all met, what was like 20, it was like after COVID?
We met during
the pandemic?
It was during pandemic. We was cool during pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And then I think we started dating 22 or 2021. Can't remember. I think it was 21.
Man. You might be married when this episode drops, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like, who knows?
Yeah, we get married in September, actually.
Yo, hey, yeah, you probably gonna be married when this drops, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Sure. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, bro. So it's gonna be cool. I'm excited, man.
So a lot of planning probably right now. Huh?
A lot of planning, a lot of work. But man, me and her, like, when it comes to business, and we just click,
Do you feel like as a barber, because like for me, I'm always good at cutting my own hair, but I can't cut other people's hair too well.
Yeah.
And do you feel like, do you ever get anxiety at times, or maybe like when you were like younger, like if somebody's like, yo, I got a wedding, so I need to be able to be extra crispy. Like, cause I feel like for me, I would have like anxiety, like, man, it's like this pressure. It's not just like a regular Saturday.
Bro, I think
cut.
pressure is good. I think pressure is good. I mean, I would get the same pressure, bro. But to me, it was so repetitive that it was just easier.
Natural.
And it was just natural. But you always feel the pressure when it's big moments. You know what I'm saying? But it was the same, bro. Especially more than likely if I was cutting somebody for a wedding. Most of the time it was people that I knew. Mm-hmm. So it was smooth.
Or like every cut is like a wedding, you just treat it like that. Like you want to make sure there's prime time.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to get them right, bro. But it was the same, bro. I think now with cutting hair, like I still enjoy it and I love it.
Yeah, man.
But now it became a thing where it's like, I need to let something new come into play. So that's kind of why I've been taking more days off and figuring out how to network, figuring out how to make deals, close deals, how to use what I have as leverage to create more. And that's what I've been doing recently.
Man, that's cool, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever see like a time of just like kind of being like just hands off, just kind of being more like a supervisor and just, working with the folks?
Honestly, yeah, bro. That's where I'm at right now, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like where I'm at now is at a point of figuring out what I need to be doing.
Thanks.
So I think it's a fun and challenging time at the same time.
Absolutely. So what days do you cut? Is this Monday,
Thursday, Friday? That's it. Yeah. Because
I'm guessing, because remember you had the $10 Wednesdays?
That was, 2016, 2017.
So how do you get from $10 Wednesdays to now only working Thursdays and Fridays?
Doing the same thing over and over again, bro. Consistency, Might not even been in the cuts, bro. Just constantly being in the shop, learning about business, figuring things out, bro. Growing, getting older.
Yep.
I feel like slowly, like the game is kind of pushing me into this other direction where I can provide more. So it's just like that's what I'm going for.
More like hands off.
More hands off, but also like I'm actually like trying my hardest to learn more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need to teach barbers how to cut. I don't need to teach barbers how to. Of course, there's always going to be things you have to manage, but like I think what they look for more now is direction.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I need to be able to direct them into certain directions, bro.
What kind of direction do most of the barbers
whether
look
it's
for?
buying a car, buying a house, their next step, just learning more about business.
And that's the thing, like you guys are like kind of doing therapy there too at the shop, low key.
100%, yeah,
like,
bro.
You're like there talking to people, having stories and whatnot. Like that's really like, that's another reason why I wanted to get you on the show. Is like, man, like you guys are, like some people may not have the courage or maybe the funds to be able to walk into a clinic and whatnot, but they can go to the shop and Yeah.
Had a client tell me that like 2 weeks ago. It was like, man, he left. We had a good conversation. He left and was like, man, this is like my good therapy session. I like coming in here.
Oh yeah.
But
bro.
it's just like, man, like we're all human, bro, and we all go through shit. And sometimes like a lot of the guys that come in and get cut, some of them can afford it, some of them can't. But most of the time, they just so busy with life, they don't have time to talk about shit. The
Thanks.
only time that they can talk about it is whenever they in the chair chilling for an hour.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And luckily they can confide in me and I can, we can speak about business or we can talk about life or we can talk about whatever. And I can give them my, 2 cents.
It's interesting, man, because it reminds me of the episode you did with Ivan and Eric when you talked about like, what was it, when you grew up in a culture where it's hard to be able to express love, right?
Oh, 100%.
And like even like in Black culture, like even Hispanic, Asian cultures, like some cultures, it's like that, man. Like how was that like for you, like growing up, not being able to maybe share feelings or express the love like how you wanted to?
I think what it was is I didn't see it, bro. Like I didn't see it. My mom was very loving, but she had to work a lot. Mm-hmm. I didn't really see my pops do that.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because you said he was in jail.
He was in jail, so I didn't see nobody do it. You know what I mean? So there wasn't really that figure that was out there, showing the love, giving the handouts, or, giving the handout to, to help people, or the conversations that needed to be had around kids so kids can see it. Like there's just conversations weren't being had. You know what I'm saying? Man. So I just didn't really see it.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it until like I was in, like my relationship now or any other relationship that like, that's what I didn't see. That's what I didn't really acknowledge at the time. Man. You know what I'm saying? No, so it was just like, damn, how was I supposed to handle this situation better if I didn't get coached up that way? You know what I'm saying? So it's just different.
How did you handle it since you didn't see the love like you wanted to?
I would say it was, I don't know. It's tough, bro. It's hard to, sometimes it's hard to express love,
100%.
Because it's, that it's, you got to be a little, how you say it? You got to put the guard down a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And for men, I feel like that's difficult.
It can be, man.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like for men, it's difficult to do that because, I don't know. They just want to be,
Because they don't want to be, taken advantage of. That's why we put the guard up in the first place.
You know what I'm saying? But I've learned, bro. Go ahead and put it down, bro. If they mess it up, they mess it up.
That's true. That's true.
That's how you find out if they're for you or not.
You're gonna find it. You're gonna find it, man. When you
put for them, who knows, bro.
Mm-hmm. So if you set the boundaries, you have the guard up, but really people put that guard up because of trust issues. People have been hurt.
Yeah.
They got to put that guard up and then, it's like, hey,
yeah,
I don't know if I can let the guard down. And now they get into a romantic relationship and then,
yeah, you got to you got to put it down at some point. You got to put it down at some point when you meet the right person. You get what I'm saying?
You got to. You can't love with that guard up.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't put that fucking guard down, bro, there's going to be problems. Trust me.
There's going to be problems,
There's going to be some issues for sure.
That's the thing, too, because I see you with your kids too, bro. So it's like sometimes people, like the younger cats, just think success is just only about career, but success is also about family, bro. And so like you're creating a family. You have a family.
Yeah, that's the most important part, man. And you have to catch myself thinking that. I have to think about that all the time because some of the decisions that I make moving forward it has to create more time. Not take away time. Man. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I've been looking for. And that's tough. That's hard to do because you can make a good business move, but you didn't understand that business move, the position you put yourself in is going to take more time away from you, from your family. You might get the money, but you won't have the time. So you got to make this, you got to be strategic with where you put your money at and where you can put yourself at in that business move.
Man, that's big, bro. That's so you're saying pretty much like it's not going to be a good business move potentially if it's taking away time that you could spend with your family.
Depending on the timing, bro. Depending on the timing. Yeah. If you're older like me or 30, 40, 50, like it's tough. But if you're 20, bro.
Oh yeah, grind,
bro. Yeah. Make the decision, Even in your 30s, bro, if you still don't have a kid, fucking do it. You get what I'm saying? Like I just think that sometimes that you got to be smart about the timing of the decisions, you know?
Absolutely. You got to be, bro. I mean, that's real though, man. So it sounds like you're trying to pretty much create, you know, you want to create it to the point where you don't have to be there all the time. You can be able to have more hands off. You can have more time, because time is the most valuable thing.
I mean, of course, that's the thing. But at the same time, I want to work in different ways. What I mean by that is I want to be able to just be, I feel like I create more value from away from the chair.
No facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
I feel like
100%.
I can only do one thing good when I'm behind the chair. But like if you pull me away from the chair,
I can connect more.
I feel like I can connect more and make more things happen.
Man, that's real.
You get what I'm saying?
Was it hard for you to like?
That's tough. It was hard for me to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for me to take a Monday off. You know, I remember that decision.
Because I really honestly like too, like that's where I feel like I'm at that point of trying to be able to like expand my business and whatnot. You know, that perfectionism, you know, like, oh, let me just do it myself, and rather than trying to delegate to somebody else, bro. Like, what would you like advise, like even for somebody like myself, bro, like of just hiring more people, like for myself, hiring another therapist, like what would be, because I have that fear of just like, damn, like this is something I created. I want to make sure somebody doesn't tarnish the name or do something crazy, you know?
It's gonna happen, bro. I think one thing we have to do is we just have to learn how to manage it. We have to, but you're not gonna learn how to manage it if you don't put yourself in the manager position. So it's just like the same thing that I had to figure out, you know, with the shops now. It's like things still ain't perfect, you know? Things still ain't perfect, and they never will be when you're providing a service. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's a lot of things that come into play, a lot of moving parts, you know, a lot of people you have to coach up. A lot of, and it's like a coach, bro. It's like a football coach, bro. Like,
yeah, it really is.
When you get a new player, you have to coach him up. You might put him in the game, and they might make a mistake, and it might cost you the game. But at the same time, like, you really like the player, and you see the potential, bro. You're gonna ride with him. You know, and you never know that person. It's happened to me multiple times. They became a starter. They became the person that carried the team. They became the person that helps out the team, like, and that you gotta start. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna have your apples that you're gonna have to cut out, but at the same time, I think you just have to start, bro. You just have to start.
It's so simple, but it's so true. And some of the simplest things are the hardest things to do. It's just
you have to be patient with them, bro.
Yeah.
You have to be patient with them, bro. Like, you really have to be patient with your people. It's like, I think you just gotta see the potential in them.
No, for sure.
If they have potential, bro, you good.
If they have the potential, you're good.
Yeah, if they have the potential, bro, you'll be all right.
Should one hire somebody based on the potential or based on like the reality of what they are that day?
Depending, bro. Depending. Like now, it's a little different for me when I hire now. I hire based off of. I don't hire based off of like if their haircuts are crispy. I don't.
Yeah, why is that?
Because they can learn in the shop. I think what I hire based off of now is appearance. What I mean by appearance is how they act, you know, when they're around the other barbers. How do they act when a client walks in? What's their schedule looking like? Are they going to be working a lot? Are they going to be around the team? Are they a team player?
A little bit of professionalism.
Yeah, professionalism is key. Like, a lot of that stuff, bro, to me is more important right now than them knowing how to cut hair crispy. Man, why? Because we can teach them. But I mean, I've hired barbers who were the crispiest, but coming straight out of school. But I noticed that sometimes, not all of them, some of them are great kids, great barbers.
Right.
But sometimes you just got to be smart when you're interviewing them. Like, sometimes like I've made mistakes where they were crispy, but they didn't value the crispiness. They didn't value how good they were. So they would just come and go when they wanted, do what they, they were lackadaisical with it.
There goes that word again. Yeah, that's
yeah. So it's just like, I just noticed that the kids who worked harder for it and grinded and went through the muck with it.
Yep.
Them are the ones that I stay with me long term, and they're the ones, my dogs right now. They're the ones that are grinding it out. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're hungry.
Because they're hungry, bro, and they value the client now. They value the haircut because they know how hard it was for them to get it. You get what I'm saying?
It's a lot easier to teach the haircut to be crispy versus teach somebody to build up a good character.
I don't think you could. I've tried it, bro. I don't think you can.
Yeah, not in the time that you're gonna need it.
No,
it's prime time. Time is money. You already gotta come in the door with the character and the principles, because we can teach you. It's kind of like that. Even like when I had Angela on the podcast, when he talked about like in the music industry, like they can make you sound good. They can get a vocal coach, but they want to see, these record labels want to see that you have good character and you're a team player, that you're not going to be a a-hole and not showing up to meetings. So I think that's like universal, bro, from like the barbershop to like the corporate world, relationships. Like you may not be the best looking guy or the best looking woman, but people want to see, that you can be able to be loyal, that you can be able to be disciplined, that you can be able to regulate your emotions. Yeah. You feel me? So it's like, I think society, do you feel like society pushes more like on this external, like everybody's just focused on like whether it be money or just getting the, quote unquote crispy cut, you know what I mean? Rather than focus on the real value, like family and morals, character.
I think so, man. I think it's tough. It's tough, bro, because
I see it a lot with the young kids I work with. And I know you see it with
It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's a tough world we live in, right now. If we're talking about kids who are kids and don't have kids, it's tough for them. You know what I'm saying? And if there's kids who have kids, it's tough for them. It's just a tough situation to be in right now because there's just so many distractions and there's so many things that can just take you away from what you should be doing, and it's not easy for you to just figure it out, bro. It's not easy for that. It's not easy for you just to go through life and figure things out. And some people take years and some people just don't figure it out, and so I think it's just a tough time for people, to be honest.
Man. It is a tough time for people, man, but it's like, it's prime time too. Like I really like that name too because I feel like it says kind of like a lot like of who you are. And I'm peeping the hat too because that's the logo right there. The logo.
Yep, it's weird, bro. Prime time, the way they came about, the name, it just popped into my head one day, bro. And at the time, I didn't know anything about branding. I didn't know anything about the meaning behind the brand. I didn't know anything about that. I just knew about the name, Prime Time, and I just made the logo and I slapped it up on the thing.
What's the importance of branding, for a business?
It's different now. It's different, bro. Shit's deep. You know what I'm saying? Now that I learned more about branding and community and all of that, bro, it's deeper than it's so important. It's the core. It's what's gonna separate you from an ordinary business to a fucking great business.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? I truly believe that you can have a good business, bro, but if there's not like a brand or a community or anything like that, it's going to be hard for you to scale. So it's just like, that's what I think the difference is.
What would you say is brand more about just being rememberable?
I would say the brand is, if you see it out on the streets, bro, you should know like, damn,
that's it.
That's that person that works at Prime Time. You know what I'm saying? Or I recognize that hat. Or I recognize that shirt.
If they see Coffee Days, that's Nelson's.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people thought it was it. I did at first, low key.
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought you owned Coffee Days until Nelson told me it's Tiffany's.
No, for sure, bro. It's Tiffany's, bro. Yeah. I just pushed it like it was.
Shouts out to Tiffany too.
No, shout out to Tiffany, bro. Like she knows I pushed that shit like it. She says, she's like, baby, it's yours. Like, no, that shit's yours. That shit. It's just at the beginning, bro. I was so in love with the idea.
That location is perfect. Location, as they say.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like the idea that just came to fruition, and sometimes I was just crazy to believe where it is and how it happened and what has transpired since, and the people we've met.
And we had Byron from Greater Grounds on the podcast. He spoke really good things about Tiffany, how Tiffany was able to help her out and everything, man. So like the coffee community in Wichita is
Greater Grounds.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Yeah, so the coffee community in Wichita is like all love. It sounds like, man. Yeah. Like everybody is like pretty.
They're cool, bro. I feel like they're pretty cool, bro. Everybody's cool. I think everybody's pretty supportive, man. And is
it like that with the barber world?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, cool.
Shit, at least with us. I mean, I feel like we're pretty cool with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like the old head now, bro.
You're the unk.
Yeah, I'm like the unk.
You're the unk now, bro.
I'm like the unk, man. They call me unk, but...
Oh, for real, they do?
But based off of some statistics I've seen on Instagram, I'm big bro.
Okay.
I'll be unk after I'm 35.
What's the statistics? What do they say? Like
after 35, you're unk.
Okay, really? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was 40.
32 is big, bro.
32 is big, bro. 35 is unk.
Yep. So I got a couple more years till I'm unk.
So then, what's after unk?
Old head, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's crazy because one day you will be. I mean, we both will be old head.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. How old are you?
I'm 32. I'll be 33. So I 1992, but I mean, I graduated 2010 from Heights.
You graduated super early.
2010.
When is your birthday? August?
June.
Okay.
Yeah, 26.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, because you graduated from South was 2011? Yep.
So you're like a month
Class
older.
of 2010.
Or a couple months older than me.
Yeah. So I was just like, because sometimes my birthday's in the summer. So, if, I was kind of younger than everybody in my class because my birthday was in the summer. But so.
Man, let me ask you this, bro. How long have you been being a psych? What is it?
Clinical therapist?
Clinical therapist.
Yeah, bro. So kind of my story started on the other side of the room, if you will. Like I was a client, like throughout college and whatnot, trying to figure out my direction, kind of like how you said, like when you were 19, you were unconscious. I had a time like that too. And I think that time helped me to figure out my purpose because trauma can be able to build character, bro. And, reading a lot of books, like reading self-help books. But to your question, man, I started doing therapy in 2017, man. And then I started my own practice in 2020. And it was just after working at different agencies, just realizing like, I can do the same thing, but do it on my own without all the headache and all the extra paperwork that it has nothing to do with therapy, And then too, obviously it's more profitable as well. And I just remember like being in therapy, realizing there was nobody really that looked like me. I couldn't even let alone find a male therapist, because like statistics show like, man, it's just like, it's a female dominated field, let alone, person of color. So that was something I wanted to bring back to the community. And it took me a while before I figured out that's what I wanted to do. When I was throughout college, but I knew I just wanted to help people. And I come from a family of educators. My dad was a principal. My mom was a school counselor. So it was just kind of in me. It was already around me. Yeah. Like just kind of hearing it. I knew I didn't want to work in a school, but I was like, man, how can I still help people but not work in a school? And then just meeting mentors and other people just kind of dropping little hints and different things there, bro. And it just connected. It fully connected. That's why I came up with the fully connected counseling, fully connected podcast. But yeah, bro, it's just like, I love having conversations, and like the podcast has been a cool way to have conversations and meet new people around the city, other entrepreneurs. And that's the same reason you started your podcast as well. Like networking and, meeting people with like-minded folks.
I think it's crazy because I was just having this conversation. I can tell that you're able to catch on to certain things.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that. What's that word you said a little bit ago?
Lackadaisical?
No, spiritual what?
A spiritual bypassing, man.
Spiritual bypassing.
Google that when you leave or ChatGPT.
I mean, there's just a lot of things that you've actually studied that we just don't understand because we didn't study it.
Yeah.
And a lot of podcasts and a lot of things that I like listening to are from therapists.
Okay. What's some of your favorite podcasts, if you don't mind?
What's his name?
Like Stephen Bartlett?
Nah, I think he's a therapist. He used to be a monk.
Oh, Jay Shetty.
Jay Shetty.
Yeah, Jay Shetty's dope.
I've been listening to Jay Shetty, bro, since
he's doing like movies and stuff now.
Yeah, since like 2017. And that's kind of when I started liking podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've loved podcasts, bro, for a long time, bro. Like, I've always listened to podcasts. I never even thought about making one, to be honest with you.
Facts.
I never even thought about making one. I was just like, something hit me last year, and I was like, damn. I think now it's just like continuing to do it. The conversations, like I said, doesn't feel like work. It's just making the time for it.
That's dope.
I enjoy it. Cole has fun. I think he learned a lot from it.
Oh, for sure.
And like you said, just having the conversations, bro. Like I wouldn't have been able to have the conversations I had if it wasn't for the podcast.
I know. I wanted to talk about just kind of like people who inspired you, man. I know like you and Ivan are really tight, man. And I always wondered do you feel like you'll get to a point when you'll outgrow the city?
Me?
You know what I mean? I know you love Wichita, but it's like, man, Wichita does have its limits.
Yeah.
And it's like, I could see you, just like how you saw Ivan, You know, you already, I can see you doing that, bro. Like, LA, Texas,
I've thought about it,
it's
bro.
It's a hard one, though.
I've thought about it, man, but I feel like I'm tied down to the city. The reason why is because, remember, my kids are here. That's the main thing. And then my shops are here, the people are here. I've built a strong community, and I feel like this is where God wants me, man. Like, I've talked to Tiffany. Who knows? I might move a bit, like later on when my kids get older. Yeah. I would like to experience living in a big city. You know, I've never lived in a big city. I never even went to Dallas until I met Tiffany. You know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that was my first time going out there, and I never got to experience that. So, like, if the opportunity comes later on when I'm older, I would like to do it.
Sure.
You know, but right now I just feel like I have a lot to offer to the city, and I want to stick around and try to see if I can make the things and the ideas that I have. Hopefully, I can make them happen.
Oh,
you know, and I want to try to keep them here, bro, because I'm tired of people leaving. You know what I'm saying?
They know.
You know, I want people to stay. You know, I want people to try to grow within the community. Like, I'm a real advocate for
I like that, man.
New shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to try new stuff.
That's where we saw you guys at the Wichita Brewing.
Yeah, I want to check spots out. Like, I enjoy spots like that, you know, and I want to try to, you know, put my little twist to it. You know, I have with Prime Time. I help Tiffany with Coffee Daze, and I want to try to do some more stuff for the city with just some ideas that I have.
Would it be fire, though, to combine, like, a shop that has the coffee and the cut?
It would be dope. It would be dope, bro. It would be dope, man.
Coffee and a cut, like, the same time.
You know, I have to really think about sometimes, like, man, what does Wichita need? What do they want? What can I offer? You know,
bro.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, we might have to put some ideas on the paper, bro, because I was talking to another business owner in Delano District, and she was saying eventually they're trying to pass a motion so they can have, like, open consumption on Delano.
What's that? Oh, for drinking?
Yes, like really? Bourbon Street.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, and that would be big. And you already see Wichita Brewing Companies over there in Delano. Like, Delano could be, if they get that open consumption law passed, bro, like, we got to get something down there.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Because that's going to be, like, a lot of business.
It's going to be dope, bro. It's going to be dope. Like, I really hope that we can start developing more here in Wichita. And I feel like it is. There's a lot of people that are purchasing buildings here in town. You know, my whole thing in the future, my ultimate goal is to become a developer.
Okay.
You know?
Like property developer?
Like a property developer.
Okay, how'd you get into that? Or what makes you do that?
I mean, I feel like to the core, it's been in me since I was in high school, you know? When I was in high school, at South High, I took an architectural class because I felt like that's what I wanted to do. But I wasn't good at math. You get what I'm saying? So I couldn't really do it. So then life went, and then Prime Time happened. So I remodeled Prime Time quite a few times. I remodeled 3 houses, you know, and I've learned throughout my career that creating a space is what I've been good at. You get what I'm creating a creative space.
No, you're 100%.
You get what
right
I'm saying? Creating a space, and the ideas I have are for creating spaces. The ideas that I have are for, you know, for that. And so, like, slowly, I guess this whole time it wasn't about architectural drawings is what I wanted to do. For a while there, I thought I wanted to be a general contractor. I helped out with Tiffany try to GC the coffee shop, and I did it, you know, but I was just like, this isn't what I want to do.
This is not it.
I slowly figured out that, like, damn, the whole time I'm the developer. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. The whole time you really were.
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, damn, I'm the one that's supposed to be developing this shit.
Did you realize it?
I told Tiffany. Yeah, I was like, damn. But I helped with the coffee shop and did it all, but it's just like, my ideas are crazy, bro. And the whole time I'm like, damn, if I can figure out a way to leverage barbering, to get into real estate, to develop some properties or some ideas that I have, that's what I want to do.
That's what you will do, bro.
Yeah, bro. So
that's what we're going to put that into existence, bro.
No, exactly.
I can see that. I can see that because, damn, man, like it's bigger than just cutting hair. It's bigger than just owning a barbershop. It's like you could make a whole that's big, bro. Like,
bro. I think, and I'm on the right track, bro. I can feel it. And I just, like I said, the things that I want to achieve and the stuff that I want to do, Take time.
What's like the crazy idea? Like, just you ever just like dream big and just write down like a crazy idea you have that?
All the time, bro. Honestly, I fucking think too crazy sometimes.
Just so big, just for fun, you know?
Yeah, bro. Sometimes you can ask Tiffany, bro. My mind is crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And luckily, I have the gym to keep me calm. You know, I have my kids to keep me busy. Because if I didn't have that, I'd probably be crazy, bro. Honestly,
It'd be like
you know?
easy.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta clock out a little bit because I just think too much, you know?
No, for sure. Because I know even like with Nessa, like she, you know, it can be kind of overwhelming for her because I'd be having ideas, or even with starting the podcast, it was like, all right, like we'll be on date night. She'd be like, all right, can we talk about anything but the podcast?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, we can. I'm like, I appreciate you letting me know.
Yeah, bro. I think that's good that she does that.
And I like that she came on your episode because me and Nessa, we did a podcast episode, but it never aired because she didn't feel comfortable. And that was all good. It's all love. But like, I think this is super dope that Tiffany is, you know, supportive. Vanessa is supportive.
She was my first one.
Yeah, the first episode. Yeah, that's dope.
You see how I did that intro, bro? I didn't do it again because I was like,
I'm glad that you kept all that, bro.
Yeah, I kept it.
Because it's all about it just being vulnerable, being real. So then people in the journey, once you become this developer, people can go back to the old episode 9 months ago or whatever last year.
Yeah.
And see like, dang, okay, he wasn't maybe as the best as he is now, but look, we all start somewhere. Because I do that all the time with like YouTubers or other people, go back to their earlier days to see like, yo, like they started off just like this.
You just gotta start.
That's the hardest part.
You just gotta start, bro.
That's the hardest part, man.
Stop overthinking it and just do it.
Stop overthinking it, just do it, man. So I appreciate you coming on the show, Nelson, man. For anybody watching right now, you heard what he said, man. Just start the business, start the idea, put it down on paper. You know, you can read all the self-help books you want. But at the same time, it's almost like kind of like just reading all these cooking books. You gotta sometimes apply these recipes. Application is key.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're gonna be stagnant.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, Nelson's favorite word, lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. Yeah.
Definitely, man. So where can they find you? Like, where can they like book an appointment at Prime Time?
Man, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah,
you can book an appointment with my barbers.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Because you're Tuesday to Friday.
I'm now. You know, I've been passing out all my clients recently.
That's real. That's real.
It feels weird. It feels weird passing out all my clients, to be honest with you. But I've been passing them all out to all my barbers. There's so many great barbers at Prime Time. Cut better than me, man. And, you know, but you can definitely book with us through Google, through our Instagram. You can even call and I'll answer. I'll book it for you, you know.
Hey, that's love.
But you can follow me on Instagram, you know, Nelson Tovar, or you can listen to my podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, you subscribe after hours, right? Yes. Is it youtube.com/after hours? Yep.
And I mean, that's it, man. They can get a hold of me.
Definitely, bro. So, hey, it's good to see you again, bro.
No, good to see you too. Appreciate it,
I appreciate it, man. So, we're going to sign off, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go to After Hours, subscribe to Nelson's podcast. Go to Prime Time, get a haircut. We already know you're probably looking dusty right now. Go ahead and get it lined up, right? Yeah. So, we're going to see you guys next time. This is another episode of Fully Connected Podcast. Peace.